Vegas definitely outthinks the opposition. That's the longest stretch for Maddox since 1990. He's gone without a victory. As Counsell dumps it into left field, a one-out hit. One on, one out.
Rarely the hitters put it in play on their terms. Fat fastballs, for instance.
3-2. Counsell hits it in the gap in left center field. Jones on the run, a dive, and he can't get it. Counsell will dig for two. Counsell will hold with a two-out double.
Counsell, a postseason hero for the Florida Marlins when they won the world title back in 1997 under Jim Leyland. Line into left field, a base hit by Counsell. Arizona has only scored 3 runs in the first 2 games of this series.
In the end, Barry Bonds is the only one who's done it, and he deserves all the credit in the world for that.
Roller up the first base line, and Counsell goes in at first, and he's safe. Burkett slow to get over to the bag, and what else would you expect from Craig Counsell? If he's not dirty, chances are he's not playing. Single to left field in the opening inning. And then the one out. 3-2. Line into center field, and Counsell is 3 for 3 in the game. Well, Atlanta guarding against the idea of a suicide squeeze here by Craig Counsell as Mike Remlinger cranks it up in the bullpen. First pitch swinging Counsell. He drops one fair down the left field line. 2 runs are going to score. Counsell going into second with a 2-run double, and Arizona opening a 6-2 lead over Maddox and the Braves.
Asked Craig Counsell before the game what he would try to do against Maddox if he would look to cheat on that comeback pitch on the inside part of the plate like Womack did, and he said, no way. I will not do anything but hit the ball the other way all day long. And that's what he's done so far tonight. This one down the left field line, this guy, Craig Counsell, is killing the Braves. I love leading off, and I like to get my stolen bases in that leadoff position because I think they mean more stealing bases in front of the big guys.
There he goes, and it's slapped fair down the left field line, and Womack on his way to third. They're going to send him home. He will score on the throw to the plate, and there's Craig Counsell again. Counsell a 2-run double in the 4th, RBI double here in the 8th. 7-3 Arizona.
Look at this. Sticking with his game plan all day long, staying on top of that pitch away from him. Womack with the jump. He hears the ball being hit, looks up and sees where it is. He knows that Counsell likes to go the other way, and then you can forget about him. He just releases the ball a little early.
And now look who's up there again. Bobby Cox is saying, you got to be kidding me. Every time I turn around with guys on base, here comes Counsell. He's knocked in 3 tonight. Marquis ahead of Counsell at 0-2. On the ground, into left field, a hit. Danny Bautista rounding third, throw to the plate, not in time. Craig Counsell, his 3rd hit of the game, his 4th run batted in. And he makes it a 4-run spread, and again the Atlanta defense continues to let their pitching down. While we have a moment, let's talk about the guy, Steve, you just called the Energizer Bunny, if you will, for this Arizona Diamondback team, Craig Counsell. And Craig, what is it about you through not only this season, but then when you get in the postseason?
Well, it was, it was just a great win today. I don't know how to explain it really, and I really don't want to explain it. We're 1 game away from the World Series, and that's the focus on everybody's mind right now. And we got to come out tomorrow and get it done. We're 1 game away from the World Series.
Craig, you told me before the game that your game plan was to go the other way with whoever was out there on the mound. They continued to throw you away. Do you expect them to change their game plan against you for the rest of this series?
Well, I think that's the Braves' way of pitching. That's how they pitch everybody, and they've had success like that for 10 years. I don't think they really changed that. So I just, they made some mistakes with 2 strikes with some breaking balls, and left some breaking balls up, and I was able to, put a good swing on them and driving some runs. But today was a team win, man. I mean, so many guys contributed. You know, Danny Batista, DeLucci, Tony Womack was unbelievable. You know, Swindell, Morgan, I mean, everybody. Brian Anderson, I mean, it was a great team win.
Last season, Arizona could not defend its National League Western Division title. Buck Showalter, their manager from the inception of the franchise, dismissed. Bob Brenly left the broadcast booth, not only here on Fox, but the Diamondbacks broadcast booth, to take over as manager. In the air, left center field. Steve Finley calling off Gonzalez, and the Arizona Diamondbacks become the fastest expansion franchise to reach the World Series. In just their 4th year, they will move on to the Fall Classic.
We couldn't have done this without Greg Counsell, and you know, he's been our spark plug all year long, and I think a lot of the veterans have seen the way he went about his business. He went about it very professionally. He got the most out of his ability, which is sometimes probably more than what we expected. And all the contributions we got from kids that came up from AAA, we're here because of not 3 or 4 people on this roster. We're here because of everybody that's come up and contributed at one time or another.
Bill Giles has another presentation to make, and that's to Craig Counsell, the MVP of the National Championship Series. Bill?
Craig, you had a great series. You're a real gamer, and I'm very happy to present you with the MVP award.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Craig, does this show that a guy that can get released by one organization and shows the type of fundamentals that you have and a tenacity for the game can turn things around and become the MVP of a series?
Well, man, it just shows you never give up. You never give up, and man, I mean, what a great bunch of guys. I mean, I'm so just proud to be associated with everybody. I'm so happy for everybody. Jerry, Joe Garagio, I mean, all the guys that have played so many years. And we're getting a chance to go back to the series and go to the series, and it's unbelievable.
I think you exemplified what this team is all about, getting a game plan and sticking with it. You told me the other day that you were going to try to go the other way almost exclusively. You did that all day yesterday. You hit nearly 400, drove in runs for this ball club, and became a big pain in the rear end for a team on the other side that maybe didn't expect you to do what you did.
Well, it's like you said, you gotta stick to what makes you successful, and I try to do that this series, and that, you know, I think that is a trait of our team, where, you know, we go about our business, I think, the right way. We got a very mature approach to everything, and you know, it's resulted in some great things. And it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
You're one of the guys on this team that's actually been in a World Series. What are you going to tell these guys about being there?
I'm going to tell them to enjoy it. I mean, that's the big thing. You know, we'll play our butts off, I guarantee it. But you know, this is a special time, and you got to enjoy the heck out of it. And we know what to do when we get there.